Tell me about the shirt.
Well, it's our 250th birthday this year, so I like the whole vibe of the shirt.
It is magnificent. How do you feel about politics at the moment in America?
I think it's a disaster.
Oh, really?
I don't know about you, but when I think Republican, I think Texas, but its capital, Austin, it is anything but.
Austin's a little blue dot in a big ass red state.
Kind of like a little joke that Austin is disowned from the rest of Texas.
In 2024, Donald Trump won 242 of the state's 254 counties. But here in Austin, Democratic candidates, they win on average by more than 40 points.
Some people say it's more like California.
But life in the blue bubble, it's starting to change.
I think it's kind of gone to the shitter.
I meet people who are moving to Austin. They are more right-wing.
There's a lot of people out here that are lost and need Jesus.
So I want to find out what people actually think here, because it is kind of unique.
It's beautiful things. Keep Austin weird.
Yeah, keep Austin weird, exactly.
One thing everybody can agree on though, it is food, and the food here, oh my God, next level.
And all you smell is like the smoke.
It is just like melting.
Do you live in Austin?
I live in LA.
In LA,
Yeah,
oh nice.
yeah. I'm here with my dad.
Oh cute,
Actually, yeah.
I love that.
And he hates LA, so we had to meet here. He's on a layover.
Where does he live, in Australia?
He lives in Australia,
Okay.
yeah.
Austin is home to some of Dad's favourite comedians. Joe Rogan actually opened his own anti-cancel culture comedy club, Comedy Mothership, a couple of years ago.
So you're not allowed to bring in guns and knives. Lucky I don't have my knives with me.
My reunion with Dad is doubling as a kind of fact-finding mission inside the blue bubble.
I'm Australian, I can't vote anyway, but I can have an opinion. There's zillions of comparisons that you can parallel up against what happens here to what happens back home.
All right, is this the official introduction? Yeah. Okay, I'm Benjamin Williams. I'm 25 years old. I live here in Austin, Texas. This is the capital of Texas, here in Austin. Beautiful buildings. I am a blue refugee, so I'm originally from New York, from upstate, not the city. And I moved to Tennessee during COVID because I had to wear a mask everywhere I went. It was really terrible. You know, I was having all sorts of bad acne issues and things like that. I moved to Austin, Texas for work at Young Americans for Liberty, which is a nonprofit that works with college students, helping to change tyrannical policies on college campuses. Like we push for getting rid of taser bans, pepper spray bans. You know, we want students to be able to protect themselves. We push for.
What if it goes backfires and someone uses the tasers on them, you know?
Well, then you punish them. That's illegal, of course, to assault somebody with a taser.
One of the big reasons Austin is blue and not red is because it's got a younger population, thanks to the University of Texas. Younger has traditionally meant Democrat, but that's not necessarily the case anymore.
Bring on the socialists.
So yeah, I do these change my mind tables. After Charlie Kirk was assassinated, of course, yeah, a lot of people were very devastated, including myself. I mean, because I've done activism on college campuses myself, and it almost feels like, you know, that could have been me.
So Ben is an example of one of those young American men who helped Trump get re-elected in 2024, dialed in to political issues, is part of a growing community of young people who think the same as him, and also knows all the big podcast names and listens to all those podcasts.
You've got the various civil wars going on. You know, you've got the people kind of branching out into the Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens territory. And then you've got the like Nick Fuentes type territory. It's very divided.
I always thought one of the reasons why the left failed is because they were sort of lots of infighting, attacking each other. Everyone was not kind of banding together.
Especially the past year, it's changed dramatically on the right. You have a lot more infighting, and a lot of it is stuff that has to do with Trump himself, stuff that has to do with Israel.
What do you think about Trump?
My personal thoughts on Trump, it's kind of back and forth. Sometimes he does something where I'm like, oh, this is really great. Sometimes he does something I'm like really cringy. Other times it's like, whoa, that's really bad, shouldn't have done that. Was very opposed to the interventions in Iran. It's definitely backfiring because, I mean, one of the reasons Trump became so popular was because he was kind of the one anti-war guy. Just don't want to be at war. We don't want to deal with these things anymore. It's expensive, we lose lives, so not a big fan.
Plastic knives and forks. Yeah.
Okay, enough politics for now. Let's talk barbecue, please.
God damn.
Austin's Leroy and Lewis Barbecue started as a food truck and now has a Michelin star. Longer lines, you can drink beer, it's all good. And beef cheeks that will make you cry.
Brisket here. I literally watched her brush tallow, which is like beef fat, onto that. It was amazing. They were so particular with putting it all together. The line makes a bit more sense now. It was very slow, and I hate lining up. Part of the reason they got the star is because of their sides. It's kind of like new American barbecue is how they describe it. Like, you wouldn't see that on a menu. That is hog fat cornbread that looks like a dessert. Always ask for the moist or the fatty one. You have the option to go lean. Obviously, fat is best. Oh my God. It is a takeaway situation here. You just cannot eat that much.
Then there's Terry Black's Barbecue. The mac and cheese as a side was a standout. It's super popular for visitors and locals because it's pretty easy to get a seat here, unlike a lot of the other barbecue places.
Where barbecue makes you want to come back for more barbecue?
So there's actually two of these, and I just found out there is beef, so to speak, between them. Mate, yeah, tell us about the feud between the two.
So it's Family Feud, originated out in a town called Lockhart, which is arguably like where the best barbecue is in Texas.
When the father died, there was a big split, lots of drama, and it was in the newspaper for weeks.
The long story short, two brothers from Texas barbecue royalty, Terry and Ken Black, fell out over the family business when one of them tried to open a new location with his sons.
They were fighting over who's going to get the rights for the barbecue.
Now, one of the brothers' sons runs the new rival restaurant against their uncle. Things got so ugly that the uncle apparently cut down the rival's billboard with a chainsaw.
It's like just lots of drama in the news about barbecue. We take it pretty serious around here.
And we have a couple of those stories in town about, there's another place called like Fran's and Dan's had a split too.
So Fran split from Dan?
Yep.
Well, there goes my theory that food unifies us all.
The problem with American politics is it's so divisive. You've got far left and far right, and we need to meet in the middle, but the parties don't want to bend.
And even to listen to our president, you don't get real answers.
Yeah, okay. That's where you're going with it.
He's kind of floating around, but it's like, you just don't feel like getting the truth.
Lots of the Austin locals, they didn't want to talk politics. They were there to party, and it is a party city. 6th Street, the place to go for that kind of stuff.
It's the best city in the world. Personally, man, I don't give a damn about politics at all.
Joe Cup, drink it. You feel me? Joe Cup, live your life.
Then you see things like an Epstein walk of shame along 6th Street here. So politics is an undercurrent, definitely, in the city. You feel like it just pops up everywhere. You just don't know which way it's going to go sometimes.
Forgive my ignorance, is Austin a religious place?
We thought it was. My friend said it was the belt to Oklahoma and Texas was like the Bible Belt. But we've had a lot of resistance here, but we're not going to stop, and we're going to make this push harder to share the love of Jesus.
One thing a lot of people did agree on, though, is the tech is getting a little bit out of control. Talking about Waymos and other driverless cars, they are everywhere.
When you say it's become California, what do you mean?
Tesla, self-driving cars. No, like, my favorite place here in Austin closed because they are building condos.
The big tech crowds in Austin, it's one of the reasons why it's been a blue city. But in the Trump era, big tech has cozied up to, Donald Trump.
The first major temperature check of how Americans really feel, it's coming up later this year.
I hear all sorts of predictions about the midterms. You know, some people are saying, oh, it's going to be a red wave, it's going to be a blue wave. I, for one, am a little bit more pessimistic. I wish I could tell everybody it's going to be okay, but it's could be a toss-up.
Is there anyone in the middle, any politician that you're thinking they're doing a good job, they could be potentially good in 2028?
I'm not aware of one.
That's sad.
That is very sad.
Yeah, because the clock is ticking.
Well, exactly.
This is our decision.